Philip, you got no applause. We got
It's a tough crowd.
We got very half-ass applause. You got no applause.
Something in the
Obviously,
air.
it's just not happening.
A lot of love.
All right, Philip. So now you're back home. You were with us a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was great to be in the studio with you guys.
Great to have you here.
By the way, Philip bought everybody pizza when he came. So anytime you want to come back. Now, by the way, let me just say, did David Leaf, the producer of Who's Harry Nilsson, buy his pizza? No, he didn't.
He bought chocolate.
Chocolates! Look at that. Unbelievable.
I'm happy.
All right, I'm happy too. All right, so Philip, what do you have to recommend on Parental Guidance?
Well, this week I'm taking a recommendation from my 9-year-old daughter, Sage. This is one of her favorite movies, and it actually wasn't made as a kid's movie, but as we always say here on Parental Guidance, you know, a good family movie is not necessarily a movie for kids. It's a movie that families can watch together. And so this week's movie is Ever After, starring Drew Barrymore.
Wow, I got it.
What?
The ladies love this.
You know, it's actually I saw the trailer and thought it was going to be the dumbest movie of all time. Whenever she says "just breathe," and I was just like, no, that's horrible. So I actually, I watched it. My wife wanted me to see it, and yes, I do watch chick flicks. It's good brownie points with the wife, and it actually was a good movie. Every now and then, Hollywood does make a movie that's not a cheesy kids movie that doesn't have a lot of bad language, that doesn't have a lot of nudity, and is actually entertaining to the whole family. And so, Ever After is my selection this week. So let's go through the list of the rankings. As we do every week, we rank them on a scale from 1 to 5 in a couple of different categories, 1 being the lowest ranking and 5 being the highest. And in the action category, we're going to give this one a 3. It's not really an action movie, but there is, chases and bandits robbing people, and it's got a little adventure in there, a very kid appropriate amount of adventure. So we're going to give that a 3 on our scale from 1 to 5 because it's right there in the middle. In the language category, I'm also going to give it a 3. It really has very, very little bad language. Because this is a family segment, I'm not going to say the words, but it has the S word in it one time, and it's not shut up, and the D word and the H word. So, I'm going to give it a 3 because some parents, when they watch movies,
there are kids watching this part. You can, it's the internet. You can say those words because parents want to know what those words are.
You know what I'm talking about, you people out there.
I'm lost. So I have no idea.
You're not going to goad me into saying bad words in the Parental Guidance segment. So the next category is peril. We're going to give that one right in the middle at 3 as well. There's a scene where the prince is chasing a bad guy trying to get back Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, and they fall down a hill and fall into a river, and nothing really, truly, you don't think anyone's going to die in this movie, but so it's right there in the middle. In the romance section, I'm going to give it a 4. It really is very light romance, more just goo-goo eyes at the prince type of romance and kissing and things like that, but it's nothing that's suggestive. It's very innocent romance, and I think it's a very wholesome romance, but I am going to give it a 4 because some parents don't even want their kids to see any kissing in a family movie, but I think as long as it's not in a sexy way, it's okay. It's a natural part of life. See, kids should see their parents kissing. It's not a bad thing. So
you are romantic.
I know. And then on the adult enjoyment factor, I'm going to give it a 5. I actually give this very, very high on the adult enjoyment factor because it's not a kid's movie. It's a family movie, or it's in a movie made for, young adults that is appropriate for kids. And it's one that my wife made me go see, and I actually ended up liking, and we own it. I actually have the DVD right here. I highly recommend it. It's a fun one to watch. My 12-year-old son wasn't thrilled to watch it. But, last week we did Alex Rider, Operation Stormbreaker for him. So this week the girls get Ever After.
I like Ever After. Here's the thing with Ever After. It was directed by Andy Tennant, who is a pretty untalented guy. But the best movie he did was Ever After.
That's true.
I mean, The Bounty Hunter? How bad was that? Hitch?
Oh,
Hitch was okay. I guess Hitch is okay.
Hitch has its moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this movie here, Ever After, is the best thing he's done. I like this movie.
I would agree.
Drew Barrymore is, you know, she was at that age where she could be sort of that young fairy tale type princess character.
It's a reinvention of something classic into something a little bit hipper and modern, and you know, those kinds of things are always interesting. Clueless is another one of those kinds of films. The reinvention thing, sometimes it works, and I think it does here.
Although, I have to say, in Peril, I was going to give it a 3.2. Oh. So I'm afraid that we disagree on that.
Mark, the horse action is what pushed it over the edge for you, I guess.
Oh my gosh, this is a family film?
What?
Okay, never mind.
What kind of show is this?
What is this?
It's my kind of show. That's the kind of show this is.
Yeah, Mark grades everything on a diving scale.
What?
3.2.
Oh.
Come on.
By the way, on a scale of 1 to 100, that joke got a 5.
I went
a 5.
I was thinking you were talking about the
a
Rodney Dangerfield movie. It was School. Something.
Back to School.
Back to School. We love Back to School.
But didn't, yeah, and also I thought it was him diving off the diving board.
Yeah.
The diving
well, not just one, but you know.
That's the triple Lindy.
Yeah.
The triple Lindy.
Yep.
That's it.
The triple Lindy was the dive. That was it.
There it is.
Love that.
All right, Philip Nelson from Parental Guidance. That was fantastic. A great recommendation as usual. We'll see you next time. Philip Nelson, everybody. Let's do it.
See you guys later.
The Bounty Hunter. That movie was so bad. You know, here's
love the Bounty Hunter.
Here's what happens.
Gerard Butler is your man.
No, Gerard Butler and Jennifer Aniston have the type of chemistry that happens when two people are paid to pretend they have chemistry. That's what you get.
Kind of like Katherine Heigl and Josh Duhamel.
Kind of like Katherine Heigl in like Earth.
Okay.
Because she is just the worst of all time. My God, do I hate Katherine Heigl. Just don't get me started.